an activity that has been dominated by milliseconds and master plans, Lewis Hamilton has just made what could as well be the most daring move in his career. Moving out of Mercedes, a place where he had secured 6 world championships, to play in Ferrari, the red giant of F1, was not a transfer. It was an act of force. However, the actual astonishment lies in the following. As per the most recent leaks, everything might be different as far as Ferrari 2026 strategy is concerned. Did Hamilton predict it before the global community did? Or had he a hand in the layout of the revolution? Strap on in, because it is much more than a racing story. It is also about legacy, reinvention, and chess match on wheels with a billionaire. Hamilton surprises the grid with his abrupt change. Lewis gasped when he said that he was moving to Ferrari in 2025. How could he abandon a team which he had made into a dynasty? The answer? Time and vision. Under the new engine regulations in 2026, Hamilton is not searching to win anymore, but control. Ferrari is a company that has long been accused of course correction, and suddenly it is like it is constructing a giant. Lewis did not only go to a different team, he went to a different time. The informed word is that he was persuaded to do so through secret briefings of scientific, technological advances being made by Ferrari. So this was not a gamble. This was indeed a surgical strike in the direction of another championship window. The 2026 engine blueprint of Ferrari leaked. Ferrari has been working something special behind the closed doors. Based on some internal leaks, the 2026 version of their power unit will be lighter, energy efficient, and customized to meet the hybrid-heavy era. In contrast to earlier plans, considering force as the main attraction of a horsepower, this engine would become a plan of a strategic readiness and the consumption of the highest level of efficiency, which is to be ideal in connection with changes on the regulation. It is what engineers coin as Project Phoenix. Add to that the historic brilliance of the chassis known as the Ferrari, and Hamilton can be in the most competitive car on the grid in 2 years. No wonder he did the jump, probably. This is his final redemption story. Mercedes stagnation behind the glamour. Mercedes can still remain a giant, but there have been hairline cracks. They have been fighting porpoise problems, mixed-up setups, and an internal debate about car philosophy since the regulation was reset in 2022. They have not been able to reclaim their position of dominance, even though they have a good arsenal. Hamilton must have realized what was in store, as he was a very analytical person. His transfer to Ferrari is an indication of lack of confidence in the Brackley course. Although Toto Wolff does not show any distress on the face, the sources say that the team was taken by surprise by the departure of Lewis, which confirms this was not a personal choice, but a decision made purely as a business. The new technical powerhouse of Ferrari. It is not by coincidence that Ferrari is recovering. The fact that they have taken leading engineers in Red Bull, Mercedes, and even Audi demonstrates that there is a silent battle of job candidates taking place behind the curtain. The Italian outfit is pouring lots of money into CFD simulation, power unit reliability, and hybrid integration technology. The new members of the technical team, especially ones with championship experience, have provided Ferrari with the data-driven advantage that they did not have before. Hamilton coming aboard is more about the people making the car as well as the car. He is proving to be with those minds that he can rely upon to emerge victorious, and he is making Maranello a citadel of precision and strategy. The brand's linkage, Hamilton, Ferrari. This is not only a racing move, it is like a luxury brand marriage. Lewis Hamilton stands as the symbol of high fashion, world power, and heritage. Ferrari is the most recognizable brand in motorsport and the symbol of exclusivity and emotions. Collectively, they are developing a billion-dollar brand. It is endorsements, clothing, limited edition autos, and maybe even an after-retirement ambassadorship. This alliance is also seen as lifestyle and equity ownership by the insiders concerned with racing. Hamilton has never been about trophies, and this deal is the evidence. Ferrari provides him a platform that resembles his international image and multiplies his off-track empire. 2026, finally, the most radical shift in regulation. The 2026 Formula One regulations put forward by the FIA will transform the sport in its core. A lower level of downforce, proactive aerodynamics, equal power, electric to combustion, and a strong focus on sustainability will transform the behavior of cars. Ferrari has covertly been trying out new simulators in preparation of this future. Leaks indicate they are many months ahead of the competitors in their development. Hamilton, who had adapted to new times more rapidly than any other, sees himself to head that changeover. Because he joined so early, he will have a say in shaping the car, the strategy, and maybe even define the first powerful car of the new era of F1. This is real-time legacy engineering. Charles Leclerc, competitor or colleague? Given the fact that Charles Leclerc remains to be the golden boy to Ferrari, one wonders whether the two alpha drivers can coexist. Hamilton, however, has an opportunity. He succeeds in any tough pairing partnership. Inquire with Rosberg and Alonso. Although extremely talented, Charles does not have experience in race management as Lewis has. Instead of rivalry, insiders explain that Ferrari would like to create an F1 super team, just like Mercedes did at the peak. The youth and qualifying pace on the one hand, the racecraft and championship depth on the other hand. When handled in the correct way, this is a combination that has the potential to be the best driver duo that Ferrari has ever had since Schumacher and Barrichello. An ultimate title to discourage the GOAT. 1. Hamilton is not ambiguous in his intentions, title number 8. Ferrari represents his last chance of creating someone undeniable history. Lewis has one to go, and that will stifle all arguments because he is tied with Schumacher at 7. The most poetic ending that could happen would be to win it in red, which is the most mythological color of the motorsport world. And he is aware of it. It is not simply changing seats. It is a final quest, a masterstroke, and should the speed of Ferrari in 2026 be as good as the insiders highlight it, then it is possible that Hamilton will perfectly end his career with the most dramatic, brand-building title win in F1 history. Silent exit strategy by Toto Wolff. Some talks say that Toto Wolff Mercedes, mastermind, is gradually retiring his full-time F1 activities. It shows a transition since he started investing more, spent less in other things, and showed open signs of emotional distance since 2023. Hamilton probably looked at what was next to come in the leadership vacuum and decided not to wait it out and rebuild. The legacy of Lewis is due to the influence of Toto, but without that, Mercedes can lose its identity. The fact that Lewis is leaving may turn out to be the initial domino on a longer-term rebuilding of the Silver Arrows, whilst Ferrari, ironically, may just become the new symbol of stability. The psychological edge. Just the fact that Hamilton is moving sets the Paddock in shock. It sends a message to each and every team and driver that he is still not done, that he is still 10 steps ahead of the stage of thinking. It is a smartness, timing, and strategy play. Another contributor to performance in a competition where confidence is gold currency is the feeling of being in control of one's destiny and having left something undone, or perhaps being too close to reality to possibly miss the shot, a factor that an accession to Ferrari gives him. His opponents are now aware that he has the wealthiest brand behind him, the most intelligent engineers, and a long-term strategy that has the potential to alter the future of the sport. It is one of Hamilton outwitting the system. Outro. The decision of Lewis Hamilton to leave Mercedes and join Ferrari is not only his career turnover, but also the shift of generations of force. The red jumpsuit is a motivated strategy being sewed together with information, timing, and global ingenuity. He does not just want to go fast, he wants to go fast and leave a legacy, have leverage, and live long. Backboned by blueprints of 2026 leaks and an all-star tech team, Ferrari is back in the game and about to take it. And Lewis? He will be its mastermind. Did Hamilton then leave everybody beaten? It is in this sense of absolute experiences. He envisioned the future, oriented it, and slap bang in the middle of promising the future of F1 was him. Since when others run to live, Hamilton shifts into the winning gears. Is this a century-long comeback or the birth of a brand new empire of F1?